Hi there, welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daychuck with Queen Bee Creations, and today's video we are going to be, you know what, I just finished filming my 30 days of Christmas ornaments, and because I was filming a video a day for 30 days, I'm way behind on getting Christmas ready in the shop, and I know that I'm late, but so I figured big things, like a big, huge tree, and I had a couple I was going to do this year, they just don't have time to be able to sell. But I thought some little tabletop things would. So I happened to thrift this morning for $3. And I thought that this would be a cute little arrangement, right? Something that would sit backed onto a wall, maybe on a credenza or a buffet or something like that. And just add a little something then. So what I am gonna do is pull you in over my shoulder so that you could see what I see to be able to do the arrangement, because it's too awkward mine trying to do it in reverse, looking in the camera, and you looking down at it won't be helpful. But maybe we can work something out this way that gives you a decent view without my big head in the way. That's what I'm aiming for. We'll give it a go. Now, to start, I want to use some floral foam. And you could elect to hot glue this in place, but it does need to be anchored. If I just put all my florals in, this whole thing with my florals would lift out, and just from a potential sales perspective or just ease of use perspective, not very good. So what I am going to do instead is I am going to, let me do that without that in. I am going to actually wire it in place. And I have just this thin wire that makes it, oh, you're very dull. That makes it very easy for me to be able to take it up and down and around my foam. And then that way I can wire it in place. It's going to hold it. Just have to see about getting through one of these slats down here. But then it's not all glued in place, so that if I needed to, at some future date, I want to use the basket for something else, I can take it apart very easily. So I just got my two wires here. I'm just able to pull them somewhat taut, not too taut. Otherwise, I'm going to cut my floral foam in half. And then I can just sort of cut them off. Now, you'll notice I'm not cutting them off super short. Rather than having these pokey ends sticking out, all I'm going to do is push them back in through the slats and up into my floral foam. And then that way there's no sharp edges for anybody to and then holds it in place. So then we're ready to go. What I did do was I went through kind of my Christmas floral stash, and at first I was thinking poinsettias, and I have lots, but I don't know why. I just decided, I've been doing so much gold lately, that I decided maybe whites and kind of silvers and white snowflakes. I don't know. It just sort of appealed to me. So I thought we'd start with that and kind of see where it takes us. So what I do want to do with this greenery is pull all the picks apart, and same with the other white ones. So I'm going to get that done and have all my components ready to go so that when I start arranging, I know what I'm working with. All right, some of those picks were easier said than done to cut them apart, let me tell you. but they also had original price tags on them. And just these picks were like over $50 worth. So some were thrifted. Most of these ones, though, came from my mom's craft room stash. So, you know, when she passed and we were cleaning out her stuff, you know, I took some of her craft supplies. My younger sister took some. We packed some up for my older sister, and then we did 4 carloads of them to the craft group at the senior center that my mom crafted with. So for those of you that look at my videos and say, oh my gosh, your place is a mess. Okay, it would have been way worse if I had taken any more. So just bear that in mind. It could always be worse. So one of the picks that I cut apart was this guy, and I am thinking that maybe those would look good kind of in the back. They kind of fill that nicely, and I do have just this one pick of this, which is sort of silvery and spiky and has that pine cone. I don't know how much of the pine cone will show later, but I kind of thought that that one tall spike would work. So we're kind of going from there. I want to introduce these guys. So, you know, there's some balance happening here, right? In terms of some of the greenery. I'm not doing it so that it's exact because that kind of drives me nuts. So you see like this side has this fur and this, but it looks kind of balanced. These picks are going to be way too tall. So let's just see if, oh Lord, my hands are sore from cutting apart those picks before. It's like, please. One of these was sharp, one wasn't. Okay, that one goes. So I'm just looking now, and you know, I can move any of this that I need to, but I'm really just looking at this stage to kind of create some background and just some, you know, mix of stuff and build it up a little bit. Okay, I have this little pick that I might try and drop down in. See if I can. Oh, just seeing how low I could get it here. Down, working around my little element. I have these and I'm going to be inserting, so don't think I forgot them, but they're going to come after. Oh, I do have another pine cone. Okay, I don't think I want the other pine cone. Oh my goodness. All right, so I think I'm going to take this pine cone off if I can. I need glasses for this. Let's try and cut him away. Just, I think that the chunky pine cone in the back is good. Chunky pine cone in the front is not. It would be too much. It would be too chunky. There we go. All right. Because I have the two, I think that I can maybe. Don't you guys both go the same way? That's painful. All right, kind of have him sticking out that way. And this guy just kind of sticking out on an angle that way. I just want to deal with basic greenery first. And then I can go in with, you know, my white berries and maybe some of the red berries and you know, it's kind of like, then we zhuzh it up. We're gonna do, and I like it, in case you can't tell, I like it to be a little bit organic feeling. I don't like it to be, I want it to be balanced, but I don't want it to be perfect, if that makes sense to you. So these guys, I'm thinking I need up here. Yes. Just a little height out there and there. And now I can start adding in maybe a white berry in here. And then white berry down in here. Okay, you seem a little lost. Let's try this guy. Okay, that's a little better. Perfect. Okay, and there we go. And I have a couple of these guys. I'm thinking right down in, too tall. You're too tall. Because you've got a little bit of red here, but not enough elsewhere to kind of balance it out, to tie it in a little bit. Just stick a little down in here. That's a little better. I do have one single. I want this to be single now. Just have a little bit more the white down here. And just need a little bit of red in the front now. Okay, you're too big. All right, I'm just gonna cut off some of these. I'm gonna heat up my gun, tuck in a few of these little guys, and then look for a ribbon to tie around. All right, here's our finished little table. Kind of tablescape. I just did a simple red and white ribbon around it to kind of coordinate with the red and white that we had going on. The only thing that I decided to add in after all were these little sparkly snowflakes. It just, once I put the ribbon on, it needed a little bit more of the red and white kind of happening, and those sort of filled in, tied it in together. Now, I will say this. I don't tend to do arrangements that are very regimented, right? So I don't do ones that are perfectly symmetrical. I also don't do them so that they are just like in a dome or a shape. I tend to, and I prefer arrangements that are a little bit more organic, that look like they're a little bit more natural. This is pretty busy for me, but I think it still works because of the balance of the green and just a little bit of silver and a lot of the white. So obviously this is going pretty traditional from a Christmas perspective. We're not doing the blue and silver, you know, or bronze and you know, those kinds of colors. But it just kind of fits a little bit more through Christmas for sure, but winter, right? It's a little bit more of a traditional winterscape. This is kind of me in terms of arrangements. If you see me do arrangements or wreaths, then you get it. But I know that there's some people that are much more traditional in terms of very specific arrangements and very precise arrangements. You probably have an eye twitch. I apologize. I'm sorry. For me, this works. Let me know, what kind of arrangements do you tend to go with? Is your eye twitching now, or does this seem like a nice winterscape for you? Love to hear from you either way. There's room for all styles, and Lord knows I would love to be able to learn. Is it like the Japanese art arrangement? Oh, that's beautiful, and that's simple. Definitely not this. Looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, take care.